8:23 p.m. EST 2023 24th over, Australia 83-0, Bancroft 19, Warner 64. Maiden sent down from Curran to Bancroft. The right-hander had a couple of chances to attack, but didn't beat the offside field. A sharper delivery concludes the set, ripping back off the seam and collecting an inside edge. Some encouraging early signs for him. Good day, Adam. Hi Sarah Bacon. After a huge day's food and booze, I've had my disco nap, and am on my first coffee of this graveyard shift. Husband has gone to bed in disgust. He's a bomb, declaring that if Australia loses more than one wicket today, then we should hang our heads in shame. Apparently, it would be un-Australian. Yes, he knows all phrases, to even consider that happening, given the terrible bowling attack on show today at the G. So that's me told then. Fair to say that English expectations are suitably managed at their moment. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 8:14 p.m. EST 2014. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 8:11 p.m. EST 2011. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 8:03 p.m. EST 2003. Updated at 8:04 p.m. EST. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 8 p.m. EST 2000 hours. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 7:54 p.m. EST 1954. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 7:51 p.m. EST 1951. 17th over, Australia 50-0, Bancroft 11, Warner 39. Okay, now Woakes is getting somewhere. A much healthier length to Bancroft. A nice bouncer in there too. Oh, wrote too soon. Not his fault that Mason Crane, the sub, hit the stumps after Bancroft took one to mid-off. It allowed that one to become through with the ball spilling away. The crowd enjoy that. Probably 85,000 in here now. Will be over 90,000 after lunch and the members fills out a bit. The 50 up with a Warner single to cover to finish the over. From the horsebox, writes Peter Gibbs. I mean, really, Adam, that it should come to this. But thankful for the small mercies of Obo. Total presence, one pair of socks. No, really. One argument, brother couldn't hear the Queen over. My occasional sniggering commentary about spare rooms at Buck House. Ooh, the language. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 7:45 p.m. EST 1945. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 7:40 p.m. EST 1940. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 7:32 p.m. EST 1932. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 7:25 p.m. EST 1925. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 7:18 p.m. EST 1918. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 7:14 p.m. EST 1914. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 7:09 p.m. EST 1909. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 6:58 p.m. EST 1858. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 6:55 p.m. EST 1855. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 6:51 p.m. EST 1851. 4th over, Australia 19-0, Bancroft 5, Warner 14. Bang. Warner has the time to hop onto his front foot and stroke through the line, and does so with immaculate timing down the ground. That's the first boundary of the test match. Watching the replay, that was Tendulkar-like, very compact. Comes after Broad looked a bit likely early in the set. Anyway, not now. Warner grabbing another couple off the pads. Keeps the strike with a further push down the ground. Accumulating with ease. That phrase dead rubber begins Johnny Starbuck. I know it comes from card games, but apply it as it stands. In England, a rubber is something you can use to erase the past, while in Australia it prevents something happening in the first place. I think I prefer the English usage. Let's appreciate the match for what it is, not what its place is in a series. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 6:47 p.m. EST 1847. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 6:40 p.m. EST 1840. Updated at 6:43 p.m. EST. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, 6:35 p.m. EST 1835. First over, Australia 6-0, Bancroft 3, Warner 3. Nice bit of shape. For Jimmy to begin running away from us at the member's end. Bancroft is away with the push off the back foot through cover. It is the first sign that this pitch is an absolute belter, says Jim Maxwell on the ABC. Glenn Maxwell has predicted that Australia won't lose a single wicket. I hate to say this as a proud man of this city, but the least interesting pitch in Australia these days? Competitive field. Warner's turn. He pushes behind point from the balls of his feet. Doesn't get all of it, but picks up 3 himself. 2 threes to open the test. Couldn't have happened that often. Adam, Sweden has nothing on Edmonton. It is -23 at the moment, emails Pam Carlton. I would prefer to be eating turkey sandwiches in the outer. I come from Melbourne. Vish raises an interesting point here. Can Warner cap his 2017 with tons in a session before lunch to begin a test? Probably. Vithushani and Haraja, at V2. Nothing like a delightful Christmas day with loved ones, new and old, before settling down in front of a dodgy stream for David Warner's impending 100 in a session. #Ashes December 25, 2017 Facebook Twitter Google Plus 6:27 PM EST 18:27 Anthems, and all that. We'll do emails. I'm rather relying on Cricket Australia being found to have financial irregularities and is docked 500 runs, and we win, hopes Chris Purcell. I hope this is not the Baileys talking. Other incredibly sweet alcoholic drinks are available. Still, cross fingers. From a wet and windy Dulwich. Do Dulwich, Hamlet. Hello also to Kim Thonga. My wife's youngest daughter Emily is in Oz for Christmas and was playing beach cricket today with her Australian boyfriend Troy at Kalala Bay, near Wollongong. You can see from the photo attached she's on a hat trick on her way to a 5-4. Troy clearly can't read her googly. This seems to bode well for an English victory. She's a similar age to Curran and Crane. Youth is the future. I can't add a pic, for reasons that I won't bore you with, but I like her slingy action. The first day of the Boxing Day test is always entertaining, dead rubber or not. I'm with you, Andrew James. I was there when Warne grabbed his 700th wicket and the place erupted in noise. It was also a good mates bucks party that day, and as probably the most sober participant it fell to me to eventually pour him into a taxi around 2 AM. Carry him up 2 flights of stairs, ring the bell, wait until his fiancée opened the door, mutter, "I'm terribly sorry," and make myself extremely scarce. Hello from Kerala in India. Hi Kantu Kurunagajan. I've just woken up at 4:30 AM on a winter morning for the Melbourne test, just as I've done for 31 years now. Back in the 80s, it was for ABC Grandest and Neville Oliver, on crackling shortwave radio, and in the early 90s it was for Brian Johnston on TMS. In the late 90s, for Channel 9. These days, it's for live streaming plus Obo. Thanks so much for your company. Obo colleague Dim Delisle wrote about this very topic a few weeks back. And with that, the players are on the field. Updated at 7:11 PM EST Facebook Twitter Google Plus 6:19 PM EST 18:19 Gary Naylor can beat Rural Ireland. Good day. Hi mate. Hope you had a smashing Christmas. I'm in rural Sweden where the temperature is hovering around 0, so White Christmas is more sludgy, sandy grey. Just finished Alistair Campbell's latest diaries, 2005-7, so a decade on not great times for an England supporting, anti-Brexit, palest pink lefty. Spent Christmas in Sweden myself in 2011. In a joint that goes by the nickname Knife Town. I recall making mates at the G promise that if Ed count got near 100 on debut that they would wake me so I could watch it on a dodgy stream. They did, when he was 60 odd. But no salute. Oh well. Morning Ed. if you're reading on. Oh, and I gifted myself the Claire Matley bio for Christmas. I know. Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus 6:14 p.m. EST 18:14. Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus 6:05 p.m. EST 18:05. Steve Smith has won the toss. Australia will bat. And why wouldn't they on a day like this? To the teams. Australia as named yesterday, with Jason Bird in for Mitch Starc, who is injured. As for England, Mean Ali did make the 11th after an injury scare yesterday. Tom Curran to debut. Australia Cameron Bancroft, David Warner, Usman Khawaja, Steve Smith, Sean Marsh, Mitch Marsh, Tim Payne, WK, Pat Cummins, Josh Hazlewood, Nathan Lyon, Jackson Bird England, Alistair Cook, Mark Stoneman, James Vince, Joe Root, David Malan, Johnny Bairstow, WK, Mean Ali, Chris Wokes, Tom Curran, Stuart Broad, James Anderson. Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus 5:46 p.m. EST 17:46. I'm high on the hill, looking over the bridge to the MCG, well, in the back of an Uber actually, but giving it my best. To reiterate from earlier, it is a postcard perfect day in Melbourne. Not a single cloud. Not too hot, but warm enough to know it is summer. Damien Kemp, meanwhile, comes to us from rural Ireland. Dodgy mobile phone connection, dreaming of summer and wondering what the movie-like narrative ending of the series will be. Oh dear. Bit grim, Damo, but please do continue. Root throwing his bag at Lyon. Smith hugging Cook after dismissing him for 99. Payne making the high-leaping catch of the century and acting like it was nothing. The MCC showing a rule that means England won the series. Sounds like you should be writing X-Files fanfiction. And way up on high, the clock on the silo says 11 degrees. Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus 5:29 p.m. EST 17:29. Housekeeping. Firstly, if you're on the way into the G on the train, use the time to have a listen to Jeff and my chat with Vic Marks after the Perth test. About everything other than the current series, really. We talked Somerset, Viv, Roebuck, TMS, Sunday newspapers and the digital sweet spot. Off the top of my head. What a wonderful man. Next, I'm tipping a lot of you will be coming in real hot on the emails today. Lay them on me. You know the drill. Email if you can stomach it. This old thing if not. Maybe you're a Brit, landing in Melbourne yesterday after snapping up flights months ago hoping to party like it was 2010-11. Don't worry if so, we put on a good show. I can hear my girlfriend, who arrived a few days ago, preparing for her debut McKee experience. Regardless of the circumstances, going to our great ground is always a big deal. Lastly, has pre-test chat reached an all-time low? I know #Ashes #Bants is rubbish at the very best of times, but I fear we've lost the plot now. I wonder if anyone who sliced and diced Jimmy this week listened to the interview? The most self-deprecating chat you'll hear from a bloke who has taken 500 plus wickets. Anyway, the latest installment. Updated at 7:08 p.m. EST. Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus 5:15 p.m. EST 17:15. Welcome to Boxing Day at the McKee? Well, the place I'm cowering while seeking the courage to interact with other humans in the flesh. The complexities of Boxing Day, one really wants to be there early, but at the same time never wants to see sunlight again. More indulgent posts about my Christmas indulgence as we go on, I suspect. Teaser, it involved going the full Ben Duckett versus Jimmy Anderson in a hot tub quite a few times. Feels only a few hours ago. Was it? Compliments of the season to you all, though, my oboe comrades. Just after 10 p.m. in Blighty. What does that mean if you're happening upon this preamble rather than finishing off the day with some Pictionary with the fam? That you can't bloody wait for the first ball, of course. Dead Rubber, PFFFT. They're all dead in Ashes series this time of year, so what does it matter? smashing sunny day, one of the best we've ever had on a Boxing Day in years. Mason Crane is probably going to debut. Tom Curran definitely is. Jack Bird is too. There's plenty under there tree for all of us. The last time I can justifiably listen to this for about 300 days. Lucky I played it 300 times last night. Updated at 5:16 p.m. EST, Facebook, Twitter, Google+.